The resentment and jealousy shown by some WNBA players toward Caitlin Clark has become noticeable because of the number of hard fouls and aggressive plays she has faced during her rookie season. Although the league has recorded around 30 flagrant fouls overall, a significant portion of them have been committed against Clark alone, with several coming from the Chicago Sky. This has raised questions about whether these incidents are simply part of competitive basketball or something more targeted. Many fans have debated how serious these fouls actually were, whether all of them truly deserve to be called flagrant, and why certain questionable actions were never ruled as technical fouls. A closer look at these moments reveals a pattern where the situations appear to grow more controversial as the season progresses. One early example occurred against the Los Angeles Sparks when Clark pulled up for a deep three and a defender landed inside her landing space, resulting in a flagrant foul because shooters must be allowed a safe area to land after a jump shot. This rule became stricter after a similar NBA incident involving Zaza Pachulia and Kawhi Leonard, where failing to provide landing space led to a serious injury risk. While the play against Clark was dangerous in theory, it did not appear intentional and was more a result of defensive timing than malice. A nearly identical situation later happened against the Chicago Sky, where another defender stepped into Clark's landing area during a shot attempt. That play looked slightly worse because the defender showed less awareness of the potential danger, yet it still appeared to be a basketball mistake rather than a deliberate cheap shot. However, later moments became far more questionable. In one instance, veteran guard Skylar Diggins-Smith appeared to intentionally shoulder bump Clark while both players were heading toward their benches during a stoppage, a move that did not result in a flagrant foul but clearly seemed meant to send a message. Although not dangerous, the action came across as unnecessary and petty. Another controversial play involved Alyssa Thomas setting a physical screen that sent Clark crashing to the floor after contact near her head and neck area. Proper screens require controlled positioning, and contact to the face or neck can quickly become hazardous, which is why the play drew criticism. As more of these incidents accumulated, debates intensified about whether Clark was simply experiencing the normal physicality of professional basketball or becoming a repeated target of overly aggressive play. During another drive to the basket, Angel Reese made heavy contact with Caitlin Clark while she attempted a layup, sending Clark hard to the floor. While it could still be considered a basketball play, the force of the hit, especially the contact near Clark's face, made the moment look far from accidental. Play resulted in a flagrant foul and quickly fueled ongoing debates surrounding the rivalry between Reese and Clark. Even though the action happened during live play, many viewers felt the level of aggression was unnecessary and excessive. Despite the controversy, it was not viewed as the most outrageous incident because it still occurred within the flow of competition. A more serious moment came later in a nationally televised matchup between the Indiana Fever and the Chicago Sky, a game already surrounded by attention due to the Rookie of the Year race between Clark and Reese. With the Fever comfortably ahead late in the game, Clark was heading toward an uncontested layup when Diamond DeShields rushed in and forcefully shoved her to the floor without making a realistic attempt at the ball. Contact appeared intentional and driven by frustration as the game slipped away, making it one of the most criticized flagrant fouls of the season. The reaction afterward added even more controversy when former WNBA star Sheryl Swoopes publicly defended the play, sparking backlash from fans who believe the behavior should not be supported. Swoopes had already faced criticism for previous comments about Clark's achievements, which further intensified debate across the basketball community. However, the most shocking incident involved Kennedy Carter, who shoved Clark to the ground before an inbound pass had even been completed. Clark had not yet received the ball, yet Carter ran directly toward her and knocked her down, making the action appear completely unrelated to basketball. The moment drew even more attention when Angel Reese was seen reacting enthusiastically from the sideline, which many viewers interpreted as encouragement of the confrontation. For many fans, this sequence represented the clearest example of targeted frustration against Clark rather than normal physical play. As similar moments continued to pile up throughout the season, discussions grew louder about whether these repeated flagrant fouls and cheap shots reflected ordinary competitiveness or a deeper level of resentment toward a rookie whose popularity has significantly increased attention on the WNBA. Supporters argue that Clark's impact has helped elevate the league's visibility, while critics believe the physical treatment she receives is simply part of professional basketball. The ongoing debate has divided fans and media alike, leaving audiences to decide whether these incidents have crossed the line or remain within the spirit of the game, and many continue to share their opinions while following the league's evolving story. The ongoing discussion surrounding Caitlin Clark's treatment on the court has sparked a wider conversation about competitiveness, respect, and the pressures that come with sudden stardom in professional sports. As Clark continues to draw massive attention from fans and media, every physical interaction involving her seems to carry extra weight and scrutiny. Some analysts argue that veteran players are simply testing a high-profile rookie in a physical league where toughness is expected, while others believe the repeated intensity of certain plays goes beyond normal defense. The increased spotlight has also amplified fan reactions on social media, where every foul or confrontation quickly turns into a viral debate about fairness and sportsmanship. Supporters see Clark as a player changing the trajectory of women's basketball through her popularity and performances, while critics insist that she must adapt to the same physical standards faced by every professional athlete. Regardless of perspective, the situation highlights how rapidly rising fame can create tension within a competitive environment, especially when expectations, rivalries, and media narratives collide. As the season continues, the focus remains not only on Clark's performance but also on how the league balances physical play with player safety, ensuring that competition stays intense without crossing into unnecessary aggression.